Well, my team, they wanted me to tell a personal story. And I really didn't want to do that, but we do have a democracy in our office, and so I got outvoted. All right, so I'm going to tell you this story. Many of you know that I love basketball. I played basketball. I continue to play basketball, and I continue to love the sport. It's done just so much for me. I went to Queens College. I have some of my Queens College friends here with me today. I was a 16-year-old freshman. Yes, they also convinced me to put up embarrassing pictures. If you see me, I'm little one on the end. I went to school, and I joined a team that was number 2 in the nation. It was pretty impressive. We were invited during my freshman year to play at Madison Square Garden. So for all my friends from New York, they understand what that means. But for you who do not know what that means, for reference, it means that if you're a singer, you got invited to sing at Carnegie Hall. And if you're a lawyer, you get invited to present your case at the Supreme Court. And what made it even more special was that there was never in the history of Madison Square Garden a women's team to ever play there. So we're pretty excited. We're pretty amped up. My teammate, Kathy Andruzzi, she's here somewhere. Our athletic director, China Jude, she wasn't there then, but she's gotten to celebrate with us. And I get the starting assignment. I am going to play the number 1 guard in the entire country. Her name is Marianne Stanley. And I am nervous. I am really nervous. I can barely breathe. Kind of how I felt this morning. That I was in a place where I was asked to be courageous. I was in a place where I was asked to do something first. I was doing something that tapped into a passion that I had no idea that would develop. I had no idea that 4 years later, I would be invited back to that same arena as a professional athlete and asked to fill up those seats. Of course, my scoring wasn't quite that good, and I couldn't exactly do that. But 25 years later, after my life had taken so many different twists and turns, I was invited back one more time to help fill seats in that arena behind a sport, behind a business that was all about strong women. And that was as the president of the WNBA. You know, our life's passions. That's nice. It's nice of you to applaud. My point is that life's passions, they're all around us. They might be hard for us to see, but passion and purpose is all around us, and we have to look at our lives and pluck out those themes. It's how Generation W really began, with a passionate belief that when people get together, especially women, magic happens. And magic's been happening. Today you'll hear lots of stories that are truly our authentic currency. Shelley and Lisa and I had lunch in New York. We talked about the power of stories. So we're going to find that passion is all around us. And people have always said to me, Donna, we think you're a very passionate person. But I'm no different than anyone else, right? I think all of us here today, it's ideas, it's knowledge, it's opportunities. They move us deeply. And that constant quest for insight, I don't want to talk about the grander meaning of life, but it's like our little genius girl asked, what do I want to be when I grow up? She is 7, and we all have her question in common, because we will ask that question whether we're 17, 27, 37, or 57. And I know, because I have sat with many of you, and you've all asked that question no matter what level of perceived success you have. Because in the end of the day, we all know about our connection. What is it we really want? Our real desire. We want to be seen. Oh, there we are. Whether it's by thousands or just a few, even just one person, a life of purpose is one where we know that we are valued and that we value each other. So what does that say to us? If we want to be valued, we need to take the time to value each other. It's not something out there, it's something right here. And she is next to you, and she's behind you, and she's up there. Hey, ladies up there, and men, how are you? She is a woman. She's a teacher. She's a mom of 4 beautiful kids who, understanding that her son had special learning needs, was motivated to find a place in this city where her son could learn and thrive. When she could not find that school, she purposefully did nothing less than create a school. The GRASP School is now educating 120 learning challenged kids. And because her son was dyslexic, our sons and daughters who are learning challenged now have a better opportunity. And you know what? She is here, and she is with us, and she is Rachel Vitti. Or she was an athlete. Rachel must be teaching first period at the GRASP School. Or she was an athlete, and you know I can relate to that. She thought maybe the slopes would deliver her Olympic dreams, but it was a different kind of fairway that became her passion. Oh yes, there was white involved, but it's a little dimpled white ball, and it's played on expansive green. Her love and passion took her places. It took her to be the first woman ever to earn the right to play in the men's professional golf tour. Now, she is the first woman elected in the history of almost a 100-year-old organization, the PGA of America, to be a nationally elected officer. She's out front for all of us, club in hand, and she is Susie Whaley.